Would it be wonderful if we could integrate leading innovation along with the learning in the business world? From old square classroom to one with no borders. Get ready for the digital transformation era. When successful decisions and marketing strategies require a big data to fully become a successful marketer in online business world. Leave behind all of the old principles to become a digital economy. To become valuable e-commerce providers with infinite imagination. With new innovation, there is no such thing as impossible, only possible. Dare to try, dare to do, and be open-minded to new things. Learning and adapting. Comprehend more to achieve more. Because the digital world is a world that data is unified. The thought of a large world will then shrink to the size of your palm. Open up to new perspectives, make your business unbeatable, and leave others in the dust. Ignite your creativity. Erase the impossibility. Move towards the digital era with confidence. Because for us, nothing is impossible. And we can make every possibility happen with the learning in the digital era. Move forward together with us at SIBA, College of Innovative Business and Accountancy, Turakit Bandin University, Startup University.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be a presenter of this live stream conference. And I would like to thank for all of you for joining us today. This special conference is on future education and future skills for 21st century, organized by IBERD and DPU. The concept of the conference and also the concept of IBERD is to stimulate and push forward the use of digital innovation to create business opportunities and development of finance, healthcare, education, startups, and SME through digital media for business sector, especially in CLMVT region, toward the new normal era, sustainably and successfully. The objective of IBERD is to exchange ideas and research with experts in Thailand and the CLMV country, and also to create motivation and inspiration for young entrepreneurs, startups, and SMEs. And the last one is to create a network connection, academic information, experience, and business opportunity as a business partnership. The goal of the IBERD is to focus on the business sector, which consists of commerce, investment, finance, and education, industry sector, tourism, healthcare, and logistics in the new era, as well as focus on the business people like young entrepreneur, startups, SME, and local business. Before we start, let me introduce the keynote speaker that we have today. We have two keynote speakers. The first is Professor Ong Tuntet. He is a board member of Myanmar Investment Commission. And the second is Associate Professor Dr. Patanan Pechachu. She is Vice President for Academic Affairs, DPU. Let me give you some background about both of them. For the Professor Dr. Ong Tuntet, he is currently the President Economic Advisor and also a member of the President National Economics and Social Advisory Council. He is also a member of Myanmar Investment Commission, advisor of Union of Myanmar Federation of Commerce and Industries. Added to that, Professor Ted served as a member of Myanmar Press Council. He holds the position of Senior Advisor of the UN Resident Coordinator's Office in Rangoon, Myanmar, and is a visiting professor to Yangon Institute of Economics, Yangon University, and National Defense College. For the second speaker, Assistant Professor Dr. Patanam Pechachu. She is a Vice President for Academic Affairs at Tulaki Bandit University, Thailand. She graduated PhD Accounting from University of Manchester, UK. She has also been a member of Committee of Federation of Accounting Profession on CPA, Committee of Federation of Accounting Profession on the Case Study Examination, and advisor to the Committee of Federation of Accounting Profession on the Accounting Education and Technology. Yes, before we start, as I just mentioned about the two keynote speakers today, and then we are going to pass to the presentation of the Professor Ted first, and then right after that we're going to have a question regarding what he just mentioned about the topic today, and then let's see the presentation from the Professor Ted.
I'm proud to present the new normal in higher education in Myanmar. I'm Professor Untitled Chapter, and I have the honor and privilege to be working together with DPU as well as IBERD Thailand to make this happen. So I would do it in two parts. The first part, I would discuss the new normal in higher education in my country, Myanmar. And in the second, I will try to address some of the key questions that has been raised. So let me start first with a quotation from the famous Greek philosopher Socrates, who reminded us, true knowledge exists, knowing that you know nothing. Oftentimes, people working in education feel that we have to know everything. But he reminded us that true knowledge exists when we know nothing. Because by knowing nothing, we can start exploring, we can start discovering new knowledge, new ideas, and new concepts. In terms of the 21st century, all of us realized, especially after COVID-19, there's been rapid disruption of the economy, of the societies, of the cultures. Everyone now have access to internet and mobile access devices. So therefore, we are no longer confined to whether we live in Thailand or whether we live in Myanmar. We are no longer restricted by physical boundaries. Another development is in the 21st century, all of us who wish to learn have open access to knowledge within the formal and informal education systems. In the past, to get education, you have to go to formal education systems. Nowadays, in the 21st century, we can have access everywhere, anytime, anyhow. We are now faced, especially with the COVID-19 in Thailand, as well as in Myanmar, what is referred to as VUCA, V-U-C-A, which means the situation is very volatile, the situation is very uncertain, the situation regarding COVID-19 is very complex. It is not just a public health issue, it is an economic issue, it is a social issue, it is a cultural issue, and it is even a political issue. And finally, we have ambiguity. We are not sure of what is going on. So the classic definition of VUCA, fits very well with the current crisis that all of us are facing. Those of us in the education sector, we're striving to look into what is now called Education 4.0. As all of us will remember, in the old days, we have Education 1.0, where we are confined to lectures and memorization, or what is now called rote learning. Then in 2.0, we move towards internet-enabled learning. And then in 3.0, we're now talking about knowledge-producing education. And finally, today, we're looking into innovative producing education. This 1.2, 2.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0 education mirrors very well the changes in the society. In 1.0, we have the agriculture economy in the 19th century, and then we move towards an industrial economy. We then moved in 3.0 towards a knowledge economy, and finally, we now have what is now called the innovation society. And therefore, we need to recognize what is needed in terms of the 21st century skills. The World Economic Forum, the new vision for education in 2015, note that there are 3 pillars of the 21st century skills. The first pillar is the foundational literacies, where you have to read and write, you need numeracy, you need ICT literacy, you need scientific literacy, you need financial literacy, and finally, what is very important in today's age, you need cultural and civic literacy. This is the foundational literacies which every education system tries to provide. Then we move to the next level, which is competencies, whereby we need critical thinking, problem solving, creativity. We then talk about communication and then collaboration. So you could notice that critical thinking, creativity, communications, and collaborations. Now, in addition to the foundational literacies and competencies, we also need character qualities, character of curiosity, initiative, persistence, adaptability, leadership, social and cultural awarenesses. And therefore, what we face in Myanmar, and I'm sure in Thailand too, is rising unemployment because of the COVID-19. This is why we need, at the same time, there are many opportunities, new opportunities open up, but the question is, can they upskill or can they reskill? So we have to build short-term programs so that we can fill the jobs which are vacant right now. The workforce in the near term, we have to be comfortable with virtual remote working, with teleworking. And in Thailand, I'm sure, but in Myanmar too, the nature of service industries have changed very, very dramatically. So what we now have is a hybrid workforce, whereby some industries can work virtually, like telemedicines. But of course, there are others, like the construction industry, tourism industry, where we need face-to-face interaction. And therefore, education must keep up with this pace and the change in society. So in the old days, education is seen as only one engagement in individual's life. You go to school, you attend universities, you get a degree, and this is your education, end of the education journey. However, nowadays, people come in, then they go out. So throughout the working life, throughout the career, they will be in touch and engaged with education. The nature of jobs are very dynamic. So the question then is everyone, all of us must reskill as well as upskill. So what we need is a different kind of education, which we call continuing education, where you have flexible and fluid pathways so that you have variety of opportunities in the workforce. So as I said earlier, we have VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. So the question is, how do you deal with people? so that we can guide them through the dynamic, uncertain, and constantly changing career options or trajectories. So the question of universities in Myanmar, we are looking in how can we use remote learning to impact delivery. The question of physical distancing, if we reopen our universities, how do we make the classrooms so that it will be safe for students to learn? So we have to design the infrastructure so that we are now in the new normal. The question then is, we need to have a hybrid model. We cannot just look at face-to-face interactions in the universities. What we need to have is, we need to promote, we need to develop, we need to maintain online programs. We also need to have continuing education linked to industry. This is why I say in Myanmar, we are looking at the hybrid model. The question is, of course, everyone wants to go back to normal. I'm sure this is a case in Thailand. This is certainly a case in Myanmar. Everyone wants to go back to university. They want to go back to the classes, to the laboratories. The students, the teachers, everyone wants to have face-to-face interactions. They don't like Zoom because Zoom is very impersonal. We cannot engage with one another at a personal level. So what we need is we need to undo what we have done, and we need to redo new things, new ways, new paths, new tools, new mechanisms. And then we have to have new structures emerge in the education structure. And therefore, I suggest, and this is what we are doing in Myanmar, that the universities are remade. It is no longer only looking at technocratic issues, but we have to address what the society needs. We cannot just be comfortable with teaching the world-class knowledge and education without taking into consideration the true nature of the society in both Thailand and in Myanmar. And therefore, in Myanmar, we are trying to struggle with how do we move from crisis to recovery. So the question is, we have to reimagine what is the role of a university in a society like Myanmar, and I'm sure in a society like Thailand too. And therefore, I would like to conclude my short introduction with a quote from Socrates again. Because we are in the midst of change, the secret of change is to focus all your energy, not to fight the old, but to build the new. We must build a new education because we are in a new normal. So the challenge for us is, how do we embrace change? We don't see change as a threat. We see COVID-19, the crisis, as an opportunity for us in Myanmar to move towards the new normal in higher education. The journey is very long. We're not sure when we will reach it, but together, the parents, the students, the professors, the university authorities, and the government collectively would strive towards a new normal in higher education in Myanmar. I thank you for your attention, and I hope there will be many issues that we will discuss in our Q&A session.
All right. Well, it is such an interesting presentation from Professor Ted. And he just briefly gave us an idea about Education 4.0. And he's just saying about innovative education that we have to focus on, especially in the 21st century skill. And in the lifelong learning is more important nowadays. And I think people then are required to reskill and upskill a lot. Then I think after that, let's we have some sort of question that we are going to ask for another speaker, which is Assistant Professor Dr. Patanan Pechachu. Let me start with the first question. Right after the Professor Ted just mentioned about a future skill and future education in 21st century, and what would it be like? How does VUCA have an effect on the needs for developing future skill set? Or in other words, what is the future skill set for the survivor in the VUCA world? Professor Patanan.
Here for the first question, I'd like to say that technology and digital tool advancement lead to the VUCA circumstance. The VUCA world may lead to the world of fear because all of the situation, environment, even business models are unstructured, cannot predictable and change. When business models change, the conventional knowledge on how we work to have to be redesigned, and this means that expertise in the new skill and digital tool is preferred for the current job. According to the World Economic Forum, automation and machine will replace almost 50% of the routine-based and middle-skill worker by 2025. And according to Deloitte survey, saying that organizational leaders are underconfident that they have the right workforce composition and the skill set required for the future. To achieve this, organizational leaders are looking for the employee who have growth mindset instead of fixed mindset. As such, workforce are likely to be adaptive and have ability to learn to improve the new thing. This is the key. Growth mindset is crucial, and I want to say that it is a backbone for developing people's skill sets to survive in the future. There are a wide range of skill sets. Some of them are adaptive skill, digital technology skill, communication skill, leadership skill, and so on. So we can talk about it later.
Well, as you just mentioned about VUCA will affect the needs for developing future skill set. And she just mentioned about the business model has been changed, so then the skill set of people will also need to be changed. Now it's come to me that, well, I would like to know that what are the top skills that is required for the next future or for this new era? Please give me a few examples of that.
Here for the second question, when we talk about skill can be divided into two skill sets, which are hard skill and soft skill. For me, I cannot pick which one are the most important skill because all of the skill sets should be properly blended. We need workforce with right mix of the hard and soft skill. But anyway, some research actually suggests that almost 60% of the employer value soft skill more than hard skill. The example of workforce skill are interpersonal skill, communication skill, collaboration skill, problem-solving skill, critical thinking skill, leadership skill, creativity, negotiation, flexibility, right attitude, and digital skill. But for me, among these skills, I will give a credit to right attitude. I think right attitude comes first, as it will open the gateway for other skill development. Other than right attitude, I recommend other top 6 skills. The top 6 skills in this digital era are flexibility, digital skill, critical thinking, leadership skill, creativity, collaboration. These are skills we need for survive in this VUCA world.
Well, thank you so much for the second question and second answer. I know a lot of things about future skills as you just mentioned to me. She tried to classify the skill sets into two things or two approaches. One is soft skill and another one is hard skill. And she also gives us about the skill for the workforce skill, interpersonal skill, communication and collaborative skill, and problem solving, critical thinking, leadership, creativity, negotiation, adaptation to change, right attitude, flexibility, psychology, and digital skill. or those particular skills that you just mentioned is quite interesting. I do agree with that, of course. And let's come to another question, okay, that I have on my hand now. And as we all know that the VUCA world, the dimension of the VUCA world, it seems that uncertainty and complexity would be the most important dimension that affect our skill development. How can we deal with that, Professor?
For the third question, I think uncertainty and complexity lead to confusion. Confusion is part of the game. Change is a crucial process for individuals and organizations. We cannot stand still with fear, but we have to understand the mega trend and move forward with our navigation. In our world of change and uncertainty, it can be scary to discover that some skills are outdated. To survive in a VUCA circumstance, the skills such as flexibility, adaptability, collaborating, information gathering, and risk-taking are important. It's kind of the important soft skill sets. For example, people should be open to new experiences, adaptable to new ideas, and quick to learn. Moreover, they should enjoy challenge, never give up easily, and always searching for new information to learn to grow.
Good. So why in the VUCA world we have to have flexibility and also adaptability, that we have to adapt ourselves to deal with kind of the VUCA world. And also we also need to collaborate with people, as well as we have to do like risk-taking and improve our skill set. Okay? Well, some say that in the near future, robots will replace us in some job. Do you think so? And are there future jobs emerging in the next 5 to 10 years? Please, Professor.
For the fourth question, I would say that from the World Economic Forum report, we can see the trip on more than 70 million jobs due to the adoption of new technology. Research done by PwC in 2018 saying that 30% of jobs in finance and insurance in developed economy were at risk of automation by 2029. And the report forecasts that 50% of all of the clerical roles in those countries were at risk. But for developing countries, I think it might take longer time for replacing. In the next 10 years, some crucial jobs will disappear, new jobs will grow, the jobs that do not exist today will become common tomorrow. In my opinion, new jobs that might appear such as AI specialist, UI/UX designer, 3D printing engineer, psychologist, we can call digital therapists for helping people recover their digital overconsumption to regain their life back. It's very interesting. In the future, we will have to work with the machine and AI, which means we need to have skills that those machines haven't got. At the moment, they haven't got things like creativity. As humans, we can dream, be inspired, and come up with a new idea. We also have emotional intelligence and leadership skills, so we have ability to inspire and motivate others to perform better for organization. This kind of the thing that human can do better than robots.
Well, the answer is quite correct, and I mean the answer is quite attractive, because as you just mentioned, in the next 10 years we have to work with AI, of course, and then some current job may not exceed in the next future or in the next 10 years. So then we need to be like adaptability. We need to have the adaptability skill, and also we also need to think about to work with the machine or even AI. So now come to me again. So we have another question. What are the future skill demand in Myanmar and Thailand in these few years? So please give me the answer for this.
For the fifth question, Industry 4.0 drive demand for future skill development in Thailand. Generally speaking, the most skill demand include developer and software engineer. As Industry 4.0 expands, we need IoT expert, data architect, and cybersecurity expert. We also need a lot of developer and software engineer to write the software code for industrial control, automation system, and to design platform for industry, and to design customer-facing mobile app with UI/UX experience, and to design and develop data visualization tool and dashboard for industrial data, and to draw conclusion from it and make business decision based on it. Now we need such skilled workforce to serve different industries.
Okay, last but not least, what are the role of the higher education in assisting skill set development? For this question, let me ask both of you. So then I would like to start with Professor Ted first, and then followed by Professor Patanan. Please, Professor.
The final question regarding higher education, both in Thailand and in Myanmar, we have to realize and we have to accept and we have to acknowledge that we are in a new normal. And therefore, we have to rethink what education is. We have to rethink what is a university. Does it make sense to have a 4-year university? Does it make sense that students come only once in their lifetime to the university and never come back? So the question is, we have to be very creative. We have to be very critical. And therefore, I think we have to reimagine.
All right, for the last question, I think it's related to the university and the role of the university. In this year, I would say that the role of the university are diverse. Competency and skill development as well as knowledge generation are the main responsibility of the university. And as I said before, the growth mindset is very important to train people to have a growth mindset. We understand that people with stick mindset, the brain is more active when they are being given information about how well they have done. For example, test result or grades. But for people with a growth mindset, the brain is more active when they are being told what they could do to improve. As such, universities are to rethink how to design their curriculum, their program, and learning pedagogy, as well as ecosystem to encourage the development of future workforce with growth mindset and future skill sets, especially soft skills, as I mentioned before. And the new generation will need to keep up with emerging digital technology and change in people's lifestyle and business model. At the same time, as collaboration and cooperation in the workplace is crucial, we also aim to develop student communication skills, which are very important for organizational success. And last but not least, according to the research done by many educators, multidisciplinary and real-world experiences are crucial for degree in the 21st century. As such, curriculum design for degree need to concentrate on multiple major programs, work-based learning programs, startup or entrepreneurship program, and tailored study program. The way to deliver content are also changed from in-class delivery to online delivery. This means students can learn anywhere, anytime. So, innovative curriculum design and digital tools for content delivery challenge all of the academic institutions to adapt. They should disrupt themselves or adapt before the disruption from technology is done to them.
Oh, it's good answer. And I think that university around the world need to take consideration of the answer about this, because as a university, we have to rethink and design the new curriculum to match with the new, to create the new skill set that she just mentioned earlier. And also we need to develop the learning pedagogy as well as ecosystem for the student to encourage and development of the future workforce for the student, and also for external people one day want to reskill or upskill themselves. Okay. So last but not least, come to the end of the conference or of the meeting, I would like to thank all participants that joined us today, and we hope that you can apply this later on for your own business and for your university and your faculty member or faculty or the college. On behalf of IBERD and DPU, I would like to thank all of you for making the time in your busy schedule to join us here today. Let's give a big thanks to our amazing speaker, both of them, Professor Ong Tung Tet and Professor Patanan Pechachu. Last but not least, I would like to thank the collaboration between IBERD and DPU for making this invaluable session, and we hope that we can have this kind of seminar again very soon. And let me tell you about the next seminar that we are going to have. It will be held on July 9, 2020, about the finance, commerce, and investment. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
หมอชนะเป็นแอปพลิเคชันที่เก็บข้อมูลในช่วงการระบาดของโรคโควิด -19 เพื่อประเมินความเสี่ยงในการสัมผัสเชื้อของแต่ละคนช่วยให้บุคลากรทางการแพทย์ไม่ต้องเผชิญความเสี่ยงคัดกรองโรคได้ทันทีและช่วยให้ประเทศไทยชนะภัยโควิด -19 ได้อย่างรวดเร็วทุกคนสามารถดาวน์โหลดแอปหมอชนะได้ฟรีเพียงสแกน QR Code นี้หรือผ่านทาง App Store Google Play แล้วกดติดตั้งได้เลยเมื่อเข้าใช้แอปครั้งแรกให้ลงทะเบียนก่อนโดยเริ่มจาก 1. กดลงทะเบียน 2. กดรับข้อตกลง 3. ยืนยันตัวตน 4. ใส่รูปตัวเอง 5. อนุญาตให้เข้าถึงข้อมูลเปิด GPS เปิด Bluetooth และให้แจ้งเตือนลงทะเบียนเสร็จก็เริ่มประเมินกันได้เลยกดเริ่มประเมินบอกอาการของคุณประวัติการเดินทางจากต่างประเทศการใกล้ชิดกลุ่มเสี่ยงมีอาชีพที่ใกล้ชิดชาวต่างชาติเพียงเท่านี้ระบบก็จะประเมินความเสี่ยงได้แล้วระบบจะแสดงผลการประเมินออกมาเป็น QR Code ที่มีสีต่างกัน4ระดับหากคุณได้สีเขียวหมายถึงความเสี่ยงต่ำมากใช้ชีวิตตามปกติสีเหลืองหมายถึงความเสี่ยงต่ำแต่อย่าลืมทำตามข้อกำหนดของกรมควบคุมโรคอย่างเคร่งครัดสีส้มหมายถึงมีความเสี่ยงปานกลางกักตัวอยู่กับบ้านให้ครบ14วันโดยเฝ้าระวังสำรวจอาการตัวเองหากมีอาการควรรีบไปโรงพยาบาลทันทีสีแดงคุณเป็นคนที่มีความเสี่ยงสูงมากเพราะทั้งมีอาการป่วยและมีประวัติการเดินทางไปต่างประเทศและมีประวัติใกล้ชิดผู้มีความเสี่ยงในช่วง14วันที่ผ่านมาถ้าคุณอยู่ในกลุ่มนี้คุณจะต้องรีบไปโรงพยาบาลทันทีเมื่อคุณป่วยต้องไปโรงพยาบาลเพียงเปิด QR Code ให้หมอหรือเจ้าหน้าที่ที่จุดคัดกรองสแกนก่อนเข้ารับการรักษาหรือหากมีความจำเป็นต้องไปสถานที่ต่างๆอย่าลืมเช็คอินด้วยการสแกน QR Code ในจุดที่จัดไว้เพื่อคนไทยชนะภัยโควิด -19 อย่าลืมเช็คอินโชว์แอปหมอชนะทุกครั้งนะครับ